to love on the people that have been devastated by the hurricanes. When love goes into action, it represents no color of skin, no ethnicity, no religious beliefs, no sexual preferences, and no political persuasions. It just loves. As we should begin to love and value our planet, and anyone who believes that there is no such thing as global warming must be blind or unintelligent. Lord, please save us all. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we always know there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on. Boy, it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. And just call on me, brother. When you need a hand, we gonna need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, but you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. That's who swallow your pride. If I have failed, now you need tomorrow. No one can feel those of your needs if you won't let it show. Just call me if you need a friend. Hug me, lean on me. If you need a friend, hug me, hug me. You can take me by the hand, I'll show you the way, I'll take you by the hand, you can lean on. Lean on me. Lean on me.
Yeah. 18 days ago, Hurricane Harvey slammed into the Texas coast with 130-mile-per-hour winds and a 12-foot storm surge. But that was only the beginning.
The city of Houston has been impacted by an inordinate amount of rain.
Hold on! No, don't be sorry. You okay?
More than 50 inches of rain swamped Houston for days. By land, water, and from above, first responders joined with civilians to rescue thousands of lives.
You're almost there.
The city's convention center became a mega shelter.
Welcome to my new home. We don't have nothing. We came with the clothes that was on our back.
Authorities estimate Harvey damaged or destroyed more than 200,000 homes. And now there's a new group of devastated hurricane refugees in Florida and the Caribbean. The names and places are different, but the tragedy is the same. And so is the hope.
The past 2 weeks have brought unimaginable hardship to millions in areas affected by Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma. The destruction of these storms brought entire states and island nations to a standstill. It flooded our cities, small towns, and destroyed countless homes. What the storm left behind is fear in the hearts of so many who now face an uncertain future. Tonight, we want to help.
We're here to raise money, lift some spirits. When tough times hit, this is who we are. We're compassionate. We're unstoppable when we unite. When we join together hand in hand.
Our phone lines are already open here in New York, in Los Angeles, and in Nashville to take your calls and donations. So please call 1-800-258-6000 or go online to handinhand2017.com to join us and help us do more. Let's join hands and lift the victims out of the darkness.
An elderly man sat in his SUV as the floodwaters from Harvey started to wash away Interstate 10 in Houston. He was cold, scared, and all he wanted to do was get to his son. As the dangerous waters got higher around him, other car doors started to fly open, and someone yelled, "Let's form a chain." Women, men, white, black, brown, they all moved into the water.
These living beings stretched together until they reached his door. These brave people risked their own lives to save a complete stranger. They pulled him to safety, and then he was taken to the hospital, where he went to the loving arms of his son. This extraordinary moment was captured on camera. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but this picture was worth more. It can heal, revive, and inspire a nation. This picture is us. Never forget, this is who we are. This is always who that we are. This picture is us.
Please give what you can.
I've got your hand too, Houston. I love my hometown. Now, when you call the number on your screen and give your donations, they'll go directly to the Hand in Hand Hurricane Relief Fund managed by Comic Relief USA. The money raised will go to incredible charities on the ground, including the Rebuild Texas Fund, which will help families and businesses get back on their feet, and so will the Houston Mayor's Fund for Hurricane Harvey relief. United Way's hurricane relief efforts support families' long-term recovery with basic needs, counseling, and repairs they can't do on their own. Habitat for Humanity will clean up and rebuild storm-damaged homes, and Direct Relief gets life-saving medicine and supplies where they are most needed.
My heart is with you too. We're also supporting Save the Children, which addresses the unique needs that kids have during and after a crisis like this. And two great organizations called Feeding Texas and Feeding Florida will help get food and water to those affected by the hurricanes. And here's some exciting news about the Rebuild Texas Fund. Michael and Susan Dell, who live in Austin and love Texas, created it because they want every affected county rebuilt. And tonight they will match the first $10 million donated to the fund to do just that.
Okay, do you hear that, everybody? We're here in the Verizon phone bank. Call. Please pick up your phones and call right now. 1-800-258-6000. That's 1-800-258-6000. And give. Please give what you can right now.
When Colette Sulzer, a nurse from Beaumont, Texas, saw how fast the water was rising, she and her 3-year-old daughter, Jordan, set out in their car to find higher, drier ground. But the flood was fierce. They pulled into a parking lot, they left the car, and they were swept up in a canal. Colette held her daughter so tight. She said her prayers, she grew silent, and she died that night in the floodwaters.
A boat filled with rescuers saw Jordan's pink knapsack bobbing in the water. When they pulled her out, Jordan was shivering, traumatized, and missing her mama. For how long this little girl held on alone, we'll never know. But as mothers, all we want is to keep our children safe. Now it's up to all of us to take care of Colette's precious baby and everyone affected by these devastating storms. Please call the number on your screen.
When the night has come and the land is dark, all the moon is the only light we'll see.
Well, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me.
And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea,
I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me, yeah.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by. Stand by me, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, yeah, yeah. Stand by me, stand by me.
Y'all sing it one more time, come on.
Darling, darling. Oh, oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me.
During a time where it's impossible to watch the news without seeing violence or racism in this country, just when you think it couldn't possibly get worse, natural disasters take precious life, do massive damage, and forever change lives, leaving behind contaminated water, flooded hospitals, schools, and nursing homes. And countless families are now homeless. In my hometown city of Houston, people need food, clothing, cleaning supplies, blankets, shoes, diapers, and formula for babies, and of course, clean water. The elderly need wheelchairs, and kids need books and toys so they can continue to dream. Natural disasters don't discriminate. They don't see if you're an immigrant, Black or white, Hispanic or Asian, Jewish or Muslim, wealthy or poor. It doesn't matter if you're from 3rd Ward or River Oaks. We're all in this together. Seeing everyone of different racial, social, and religious backgrounds put their own lives at risk to help each other survive restored my faith in humanity.
And we're continuing to see people going in with boats. Many of them are official, acting in their official capacity. Many of them are volunteers.
True healing is in helping. Please, give what you can. The effects of climate change are playing out around the world every day. Just this past week, we've seen devastation from the monsoon in India, an 8.1 earthquake in Mexico, and multiple catastrophic hurricanes. Irma alone has left a trail of death and destruction from the Caribbean to Florida to southern United States. We have to be prepared for what comes next. So tonight, we come together in a collective effort to raise our voices, to help our communities, to lift our spirits and heal. Thank you.
Hurricane Irma was the most powerful Atlantic storm ever recorded, cutting a path of destruction across the Caribbean, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then setting its sights on the U.S. mainland.
Roaring ashore in the Florida Keys as a Category 4, it devastated the popular tourist destination, then moved up Florida's Gulf Coast, the enormous size of the storm battering the entire state as it went.
Now, the damage is just beginning to be calculated, but we know countless homes and businesses have been damaged or destroyed. Power outages topped nearly 8 million at the height of the storm, and it's going to be weeks before power can be fully restored.
In the Keys, officials say potential humanitarian crisis is playing out there. 25% of the homes have been destroyed, while 500 miles away, the city of Jacksonville deals with historic flooding.
Damage and destruction dotting the landscape everywhere in between and beyond. Even tonight, Irma's remnants are hammering other parts of the South.
And causing new destruction. The scale and the scope of the storm disrupting the lives of tens of millions. And while some can now return home, a long road to recovery lies ahead.
Hurricane Irma unleashing her wrath, first pummeling the Caribbean, then making landfall in Florida Sunday morning, punishing the Keys. Miami battered, ripping the roof right off this apartment building, then barreling up the coast.
Look at this. This is just incredible.
Making a second landfall in Marco Island, Naples, Jacksonville. Entire neighborhoods underwater, while so many rode it out in shelters. Like Johnny Tisdale.
I'm 70 years old. I can't take them chances right now.
You're gonna be okay. From Florida to Georgia to South Carolina, families now surveying the real toll. Already, we're seeing people coming together, lending a hand, beginning to rebuild.
These are the moments when America shines. We come together. We help out when times are tough. And our fellow Americans are facing real heartache and hardship. So here's what we all need to do right now in this moment. Dial 1-800-258-6000. The call is toll-free in the U.S. and Canada, or go to handinhand2017.com to donate online, or text GIVE to 80077 to give $25 and confirm when prompted. America, this is your time to shine. Everyone here standing by to take your call. Gail is on the phones right now. John Stewart is taking calls. So call in at that number. Bruce Willis says...
Bruce Willis says, call me.
Call me.
We're here waiting.
All right. And Chris Paul on the phone working as well. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. So, Chris, I understand you have some news for us.
Yes, along with the $500,000 that the NBA Players Association has already donated to hurricane relief, on top of the $20,000 that I'll donate tonight, the Players Association will match any NBA player who donates up to $20,000 to hurricane relief. The Players Association will match it.
So any NBA player, they will match that donation. All right, there's the challenge. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that news. That's great news. So call right now. We're ready for you, and we need you. Keep on giving.
Hey guys at home, Justin here. Just want to say I'm super grateful to be part of this cause. We don't want you guys to just watch. We want you guys to be a part of this and donate whatever you can. It doesn't have to be much, just whatever you possibly can give. And I got my man here, and we're going to say a quick prayer. So, you want to lead it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm joined tonight by Rabbi Ari Lucas and Jihad Turk, the Director of Religious Affairs at the Islamic Center of Southern California. Let's pray. God, we the faith community come asking for wisdom, discernment, and compassion as we walk alongside those who have lost so much, loved ones, homes, businesses, and hope. Cause us to be the hands and feet of compassion to all who are in need, no matter their background. And in a time of great division in our nation, may we lay down our differences and pick up our common humanity, the sole purpose of serving our fellow man until hearts are healed and lives restored. And though we don't yet understand the purpose of the storms, we know you will guide us through the storms. So we close this prayer, not with an amen, but with a praise rooted in an eternal hope. Hallelujah.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Un ateo que consiguió creer y un hambriento y tiene que comer, y hoy donaron a una iglesia una fortuna. Que la guerra pronto acabará y el mundo al fin reinará la paz, que no habrá miseria alguna. Aleluya.
I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya.
Even though it went all wrong, I pray before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah,
The refrain you hear from Corpus Christi to Key West and back again is, I've lost everything. No home or car, no furniture, no appliances, no beloved pictures, kids' drawings, that favorite mug with "You're the best dad" on it. all gone, destroyed. Your clothes are ruined. No shirts, pants, underwear, or socks. Even the clothes you wore walking into the shelter have been tossed because the floodwaters were filled with who knows what. Those new school supplies, they're in the trash heap by the side of the road. Millions of people are in need. Please call 1-800-258-6000. Let's give and give and give what we can till the refrain, "I'm on my way back," fills the air from sea to shining sea, because we, this kind, big-hearted, and giving nation, locked arms to get this done.
Years ago, my family and I survived Hurricane Andrew. It was a devastating Category 5 hurricane that completely wiped us out down in South Florida. I saw homes, businesses, whole towns were destroyed. But despite the chaos brought on by that storm, when it was over, I also saw our community grow stronger. That's because there are no strangers in the aftermath of a hurricane. There's no political parties, no agendas, none of the things that can often divide us. It's all about survival and coming together as one, because in the end, that's all that matters. And to everyone who's able to lend a hand, whatever you can donate, no matter how small, a couple of bucks, whatever you can give, it'll all make a difference. And to those of you out there who are going through it, and I know many of you out there are, you gotta remember that you gotta hold on to faith and know that things will get better. And as someone who's been there, believe me when I tell you, you're gonna come out stronger than ever.
Brendan Kiley, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, was in a chopper above a flooded neighborhood when he saw a woman on a roof waving him down. He was lowered into the dirty water and he swam to a car and he used it to get onto the rooftop. The woman there was clutching a large plastic bin and she pushed it toward him.
Brendan told her it was too big to go onto the helicopter and that she should go and put a few things into a bag. And she said, "No, that's my baby's." Brendan opened the top, and inside there was a 2-year-old clutching a little baby. They just sat there and looked up at him wide-eyed.
Brendan and other first responders have pulled 13,000 men, women, and wide-eyed babies in the Houston area to safety, and more than 4,500 lives in Florida. And we certainly applaud them for their service, and we thank each and every one of them for the lives that have been saved. So please, call in and give what you can in their honor.
Thank you.
When the call came, they were the first to answer.
We have a lot of people that is stranded and they're asking for help.
It was indicative of the collective heart of the Houston Police Department, our brothers and sisters in the fire service, and all first responders that, you know, we sign up for this.
Men and women on the front lines of disaster, coming to the rescue of thousands.
We have a saying here in Houston, come hell or high water, Houston firefighters serve. And I think what we have seen over this past week and a half is just that.
Just get them back in their homes so they can take care of their own community.
The long days and longer nights, all a part of the job.
Hey, I'm just here to check on you. You doing okay?
And the fierce determination to save others can mean the greatest sacrifice of all.
Couldn't find them, and once our dive team got there, it was too treacherous to go under and look for them.
In a time of tragedy and loss, the very heart of Texas is there for its own.
Well, that's what we do. We may not be from the same community or even the same state, but we're family when it comes to first responders.
There's a brotherhood. It's a nationwide, worldwide brotherhood.
Eric Harding waded through knee-deep water in his home in Friendswood, Texas. He returned to pick up some stuffed animals and games for his children. One of his sons plays the piano, and he was worried that the waters would silence the one in their home. So Eric sat down at the bench, the floodwaters surrounding him. He placed his hands on the ivory and black keys and started to play.
He played for his son so he would know that music is everlasting. For his family so they could hear joy in their house. For his neighbors so they'd hear beauty in the middle of suffering. And he played for us all. There in the midst of ruin and despair, the sound of hope, perseverance, and love filled his home, our ears, and beyond. Please call the number on the screen, give what you can, and let's ensure that there are always songs to fill the air.
Don't give up, I know you can see all the world and the mess that we're making. Can't give up and hope God would intercede. Now come on back, imagine that we could get it together. Stand up for what we need to be. 'Cause crying won't save or feed a hungry child. Can't lay down and wait for some miracle to change things. So lift up your eyes, lift up your heart, singing, mercy, will we overcome this? Oh, one by one, could we turn it around? Maybe carry on just a little bit longer, and I'll try to give you what you need. Me and you and you and you, we just wanna be free, yeah, yeah. But you see, all the world is just as we've made it. And until we got a new world, I got to say that love is not a whisper or a weakness. No, love is strong, so we got to get together. Yeah, we gotta get, till there is no reason to fight. Mercy, will we overcome this? Or one by one, could we turn it around? Maybe carry on just a little bit longer. I'll try to give you what you need. Lift up your mind, singing, mercy, will we overcome this? Have we gone too far to turn it around? Do we ask too much to be a little bit stronger? I'll try to give you, oh, mercy, what will become of us? Oh, one by one, could we turn it around? Maybe carry on just a little bit longer. I'll try to give you, I want to give you what you need. So lift up your heart and lift up your mind.
With so much happening in the world, it's truly amazing to see our generation be conscious and aware. It's even more amazing to see us come together to help as best we can. These days, it seems as if one issue is ending, another is beginning, and I know it can be extremely overwhelming, but your attention and your assistance is of extreme importance. On some days, it will be about speaking up. On other days, it'll be about stepping up. And in today's case, we're asking that you give. Give whatever you can to help people just like you rebuild their families and their homes and get back to life as they once knew it. Thank you for all that you've done so far, and thank you to anyone who picks up the phone and answers this call to action.
When you see pictures of people being rescued, look at who's in their arms. They were given minutes to leave,
They didn't grab for a bag for themselves. They reached for another member of the family, their dog or their cat. They held them close in the rain and on helicopters and boats. There are thousands of pets who are affected by the storms.
Many needed to be rescued, taken down from rooftops, pulled from rushing waters, united, untied from posts and gates, and taken to safety and drier ground. And many of these family members are in crates at makeshift shelters. And they long for the people who love them with all of their heart and soul. So let's make these reunions happen as fast as possible. Please call the number on your screen and give what you can.
This way?
Thanks, Gwen and Dennis, or Gwennis. For many of us, family includes not just mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, but our pets. I'm here at the phone bank. We've got some incredible people in the house tonight. There's Oprah Winfrey. There's Sofia Vergara. There is Justin Bieber on the phone right now. Call, talk to him. And the lovely and talented Eric McCormick.
I'm just about to talk
Are
to
you
Stephen
on the phone
Colbert.
right now?
Hold on.
Can
Wait
I
for
talk
me.
to you just a second?
Yes, of course.
Eric, listen, I know that you are glad to see all the rescue efforts, but I also know you are glad that pets and animals are being taken care of too. Is this true?
Absolutely. I mean, I as a pet owner and a pet lover, it's been incredible to see some of the images on social media of the ASPCA and other great organizations rescuing animals. Whenever there's this many people displaced, there's just as many animals. So a lot of the money today is going to go towards that, and I'm really pleased about that.
That's fantastic. And tonight, we're proud to be working with Best Friends Animal Society and the ASPCA. Part of the money we raise will go to help our best friends, all the pets and animals affected by these storms. Why? Because they're a good boy. Yes, they are. Also, we just got some amazing news. Our friends at Apple have generously donated $5 million tonight. $5 million, which coincidentally is also the price of the new iPhone. And they're doubling their employees' donations and have made it easy to give on the App Store, iTunes, and on their website. A huge thanks to Apple. Hi, Tim.
The donations by the phone and web are really starting to roll in. And our earliest tallies are showing an amazing $2,900,000. And this is just the beginning, so keep giving, guys. Do it now. We can get this into more and more millions of dollars. Remember, when humanity needs your help, you don't hesitate, you activate. When your fellow man needs you, you don't need an excuse, you give a hand. This is what my friend Scooter and I felt compelled to do after seeing the devastation from Harvey, and even more so now after seeing what Irma has done. We cannot sit on the sidelines while people suffer. Action is a must.
Over the past year, many of us have been frustrated. We've been bombarded with images and news of hate and division. Many of us are trying to figure out how we can help, what's going to be our purpose. We want to know that we can still live by that American ideal that we are our brother and sister's keeper. So thanks to my friend here and his idea, we have an opportunity. Over the night, you might be overwhelmed with these stories of all these people affected by Irma and Harvey, numbers in the hundreds of thousands and millions. But I want to ask you to please think about this as one mother, one father, one daughter, one son, a family just like yours that doesn't have the privilege or the comfort of going home tomorrow. We need you to donate now. We need you to give. And we hope that every one of you, every citizen out there can be the leaders that we've been waiting for. Thank you.
Would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me?
Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key.
Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends.
7 years ago, this legendary Grand Ole Opry stage we're standing on tonight was underwater after historic flooding here in Nashville.
Since then, this city has risen in remarkable ways. So tonight, we are honored to stand hand in hand with our friends all over America to help others in Texas, Florida, the Caribbean, and wherever help is needed to rise up again.
As Americans, let's all keep the circle unbroken. Thank you all.
Wow.
Right now, nearly 6 million people in Florida are without power. Listen to this story. Pam Brecky cares for her elderly father, who survives because of his oxygen tanks. When the power goes out, it could be fatal to him. Pam was terrified about Irma, and so she drove miles to find a generator. When the last one was handed out, she broke down in tears. Ramon Santiago saw her crying. He heard her story, and he gave her his. They hugged, cried together, and so did we. Thank goodness for love.
Sheriff Deputy Rick Johnson waded through floodwaters in a neighborhood in Cypress, Texas, when he came upon a family in need. He told the parents not to worry and that he would get their children to safety. He scooped up the little boy in his right arm and the little girl in his left, and they walked out into the storm. There are so many children whose lives have been disrupted by the hurricanes, but we are here tonight to carry them all in our arms.
Tonight, there are millions of people out there who need our help. The recovery from Harvey and Irma is just beginning. We must help now, and we must never forget our brothers and sisters that need us today, tomorrow, and in the years to come. When tragedy strikes, it's up to all of us to do what we can. This is your moment to make a difference in someone's life. Let's do this. Keep calling and texting and donating. Keep that going. Don't stop. Keep giving. Do it now. Thank you. God bless you.
After Hurricane Harvey, nearly 40% of all people in shelters were children.
Did you know that you're a hero?
Yes. More than 10,000 Houston students will likely be displaced from their schools.
I really miss school.
Nearly 40% of child care centers have been damaged or destroyed.
Children and families count on child care so they can get back to work. They can start up normalcy in their lives.
What can the amazing people in the United States do to help save the children, help kids in Houston?
They need food. They need basic support for well-being of children, meaning hygiene supplies. They need the simple things like clothing, shoes. This is not a quick one-week fix. This is going to be a marathon. And without the support of the country, these children will never be able to recover.
August 27th, 7 members of the Saldivar family try to escape the rising floodwaters. Their van is swept into the bayou. Only Sammy Saldivar manages to survive. I come from Grand Prairie, about 250 miles away from the Saldivar's home. Their story affected all who heard it, and no matter who we are, the differences we have suddenly did not seem to matter. Since that day, we have joined together. Neighbor helping neighbor without stopping to think about race, religion, or anything else. Ricardo Saldivar has spoken out about his brother's escape and what happened to his beloved family. He said, "I know they went to heaven holding hands. And if we are going to get through all the storms that confront us, that's how we are going to do it together, hand in hand."
Even in the eye of these storms, we've all witnessed amazing grace. And tonight, our hearts, thoughts, and our prayers are with all those who've been impacted, whether in Texas or Florida or in the islands of the Caribbean.
In too many places, for too many people, it's going to take years for the effects of these storms to pass. So let's help these folks. If the lines are busy, please keep trying or go to the website right now to donate. Please give what you can.
There are those who say that we are a nation divided, that we are unsure of our way, that we have lost touch with the beliefs that make us strong.
But we say this tonight, we're all united, and we're sure of who we are and what matters, and that we're committed to once again help those in need, even those that we've never met.
It was on a September day like this just 16 years ago when we joined hands to help and to heal in the midst of a deep crisis. We showed the world and each other the enduring values that truly define us as a people.
And it's only been 5 years since Hurricane Sandy struck New Jersey and New York. And across America during that time, people had our backs. Well, now it's time we show the people of Texas and Florida that we have their backs as well. So dig deep and make a difference. Thank you.
We have been inundated with calls, texts, and online donations tonight, so please keep donating and just look at everyone here who's giving their time for such an important cause. What's up, Quest? And look at this great crowd here in New York City outside right now. Everybody, they're waving, yeah. Also, if you're donating online, PayPal will cover all processing fees for donations made with PayPal on the Hand in Hand website, so that 100% of contributions go to the Hand in Hand Relief Fund. We'd also like to take a moment to offer huge thanks to Albertsons Companies Foundations and Merck for each donating $1 million tonight. We thank you all.
We started seeing water coming in. We were trapped. Next thing I know, we have a boat at our front door.
We're gonna head right up to this little low spot here to get a family. We've got some kids up here, get them to some help.
Everybody needs someone beside them, shining like a lighthouse from the sea.
Let's bring all of America's communities together, big and small, in this time of crisis. Because the strongest connection we have is the one between all of us. We can't do it without you. Join us and donate.
As Irma approached, thousands of people needed to evacuate their homes, but many didn't have anywhere to go.
I want to just say for just a second now, all you guys who are trying to get in, the phones are really busy. Everybody's working really hard, but keep trying, okay? But thankfully, there were people like Lauren Durham. She didn't just watch this mass evacuation on TV. She opened her home to complete strangers. Lauren is a survivor of Hurricane Katrina who didn't want lack of means to prevent anyone from having a safe place to stay during the storm.
Through community groups and social media, Floridians found comfort and safety around the country in the homes of strangers.
So please call. Lines are busy, but keep calling. The number on your screen, call this number right now, or go to handinhand2017.com and give what you can.
Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Those were the inspired words of a hero of mine who was a champion in every way, the late, great Muhammad Ali. In recent days, we've witnessed all kinds of American champions from across our nation standing together, hand in hand, facing down real danger and storms of historic proportions. In doing so, these American heroes have saved lives and restored faith in so many ways. In one way or another, we can all be of service. Let's do our part and pay our rent for our room on this planet that we all share.
One more time like that. One more time. There we go.
We're doing good tonight, Texas. Look, we're broadcasting from LA, Nashville, New York, and this is the first time we've cut right here to San Antonio, Texas. So let's let them hear it. There we go. Thank y'all for being here. I want to say thank you to the rest of America out there for watching. Tell you a little story. I met a lady the other day who was coming back to her home after the hurricane. Now, her home really wasn't a home by this point. It was nothing more than a concrete slab. She wanted her family. She wanted a memory. She wanted something to hold on to. She was very strong, but she was understandably lost. So after a while, and I saw her settle down, I asked her, I said, look, what do you need right now? She thought about it, and she said, well, I want to take the next step forward, but I just don't know where to put my foot. I need direction. Now, this is what we can give people with our donations tonight. We can't bring back what they lost, but we can help them know where to take the next step and provide some solid footing for them to place their next foot. A path to stability, to a place where they can rebuild. This is what they need, and this is what we can give them. So I say to those people in need, and let's hear it from all of you, I say, do not give up hope. And to all of us who can help, I say, we cannot get tired of doing good work. So to both sides, let's make this happen so these people can just keep living, huh? Now, give it up for Robert Earl Keane, Lyle Lovett, Chris Stapleton, Miranda Lambert, and Mr. George Strait.
There wouldn't be no Alamo, no Cowboys in the Super Bowl, no Lonesome Dove, no Yellow Rose, if it wasn't for Texas.
I wouldn't be Willie Van. Nobody swam the Rio Grande. I wouldn't be an American if it wasn't for Texas.
Oh, word would never cross my mind. There'd be no Austin City limit sign. No Lone Star of any kind. Wasn't for Texas.
Well, I'd never gone to Tennessee to sing my song, to chase my dream. Only heaven knows just where I'd be if it wasn't for Texas.
Your word would never cross my mind. There'd be no Austin City limit sign. No Lone Star of any kind if it wasn't for Texas.
It made me the man I am. Thank God for my old stomping ground.
I wouldn't be standing right here right now if it wasn't for Texas. If it wasn't for Texas. If it wasn't for Texas. I believe there's someone who's looking after me, someone beside me night and day, a light away. It's hard to conceive something you can't see. but I believe. I believe.
Rivers flow now that used to be dry. As people all over the world start to cry,
But I believe.
Thank you, everybody.
Tonight we saw images of the very worst of the hurricane damage, and yet we saw the very best of our America, as people across our country joined together to help those affected rebuild their lives. So we want to say goodnight and thank you. Thank you from Nashville. Thank you from San Antonio. Thank you, New York City. And thank you from here in Los Angeles. Thank you to everybody who took the time to watch and to donate. So far, we have raised $14,515,474, and our phone lines will be open all night. So please keep calling. If the phone lines are busy, keep trying to go to the website, handinhand2017.com. Together, we can make a difference. Hand in hand. The phone lines are overwhelmed, so text, go to the website, do whatever you can. Tell your friends. This is what America is really all about. It's been an amazing evening, a gathering of people all across the country. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, America. Thank you, all our friends in Canada, for calling in. Good night, everybody. Keep calling.